Hey, you guys. Let's see how many times it takes for me to get this right. Girl, I don't know how to edit, how to do nothing. The lighting's probably not even good, but we're just rolling with it because it's our first video. Not too much of my nails. Getting them done soon. But my name is Desiree, if you didn't know, and this is my first video, and I'm just gonna be ranting. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and at first, you have to get inspired to do stuff. You have to want to do stuff, and I have a habit of setting my mind to something and then getting unmotivated and then just not doing it. But this time I'm really gonna push myself. I was talking with my best friend and I was just like, let's do a little challenge. Let's just pretend for a month that we're real life influencers and YouTubers and da-da-da. Let's just pretend. And she was like, bet. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think this is gonna be a recurring thing. Just quiet videos up in the car, just talking, just ranting, just venting, because this is just gonna be my little digital diary. And whoever comes, whoever does come, this is just for me to look back on in the future to see how much I've grown. So let's just get into it. I have a notebook. Child, look at that picture. I can ignore that. I have a notebook full of questions, I guess Q&A questions or whatever. Yeah, that's played out. Yeah, we've seen them before, girl. Be for real. But just little Q&A questions, just so I can have something to talk about, honestly. Just so I can have something to talk about. I'm trying not to flash. My fault. So let's just get started. My name is Dominique Desiree Moore. I prefer Desiree. Desiree spelled Dezzaray. Little cute, little unique, Desiree. Desiree, which means desired, which is funny because I looked it up one time years ago when I was in middle school, and for some reason it said it meant pink waxy potato, but I wasn't mad about it. I was just like, my favorite color is pink. Who doesn't like potatoes? I love french fries. She's cute. But then I looked it up again and it means desirable, to be desired. So that's cute. And then Dominique, which I don't really like Dominique. I don't prefer Dominique only because in past experiences, when I've mentioned my name is Dominique, they've always expected a boy. And when I tell people about that, they're just like, no, I think it sounds like a girl named da-da-da. I'm just like, well, people have always expected a boy with Dominique. I guess because it sounds close to Dominic. I don't know. My zodiac sign, I'm a Leo. Big Leo. Never smile. I love being a Leo. It's literally, I don't care. People can say what they want to say about Leos. I love being a Leo. I think it's so cute, so fun. August 20th, which is funny. Okay, August 20th, my birthday, right? A little history, a little fun fact about that. I was born on my grandmother's birthday, okay? My grandmother is my twin flame, my best friend. I literally have her name tatted, Ari Lou. That is she's my other half. So I was born on her birthday. And then 16 years later, my little brother was born on our birthday. And then I don't want to say 16 years later, sorry. 10 years later, we're exactly 10 years apart. He was born on my birthday. And then 16 years later, the youngest was born a day after our birthday, which is kind of like an inside joke that me and my mom has, because she's just like, well, I could have had him on your birthday, but I wanted, you to be special and keep it, apart. I didn't want all three of y'all to have the same birthday. And I'm just like, oh, thanks, Mom. When we celebrated on the same day. So, but I don't know, it's cute. Whenever I tell people about that, they're like, dang, you don't got your own special day. But the crazy thing is, I don't mind. Triple the cake. Like, I really don't mind. Well, not triple, because we get 4 cakes. So, like, it's good. And my mom does a really good job at making each one of us feel special. So yeah, I really don't mind. We each have our own like special thing, and then we get together. We have our own special. It's really cute, and I really think it's fun and funny how that is. I'm 18 years old, gonna be 19, and it's just crazy. I'm the baby of my group. I've always been the baby of my group, and I've always I've always been the youngest of any of my friend group. Even out of my family, I'll have a cousin, and my mom would be like, whoa, she's like 2 months older than you. I'm just like, go figure. Yeah, everybody else is like, girl, that's not even, I'm used to it at this point. But I'm 18. Being 18, I don't know. I expected like life-changing things to happen, which, okay, they kind of have, but at the same time, the only thing that really changed is me being a legal adult and me being able to get tattoos, which is what I've wanted forever. But then once you get the first tattoo and you realize, that costs money, then you kind of slow down. And growing up, I'll be like, I want this tattoo and this tattoo and this. Girl, no, you don't. No, you don't. You want them in the moment because it's cute and because you can't have it. But then when the moment comes, you're like, I really don't want this on me forever. And to be honest, I'm glad that my first tattoo is my grandmother's name. I remember telling her when I was like 16, I was like, my first tattoo is going to be your name. And at first she didn't really believe me. She kind of thought I was like joking or whatever. But one thing about me is, whatever I say I'm going to do, I'm going to do. There's nobody and really nothing that could talk me out of it, because I'm going to do what I want regardless, which is a problem, but also, is it a problem? Because to me, that just sounds headstrong, and it just sounds like a girl that aims for what she wants and doesn't let anybody stop her. You ask my mother, though, that's a problem. You ask my mom, that's a problem. I actually didn't tell her. I did tell her that I was going to get the tattoo, but she didn't believe me. She was like, you better not get the tattoo, da-da-da. I got the tattoo before New Year's, and then I got her flowers. Since I didn't tell her, it's a fly up in here. Since I didn't tell her I was getting the tattoo, I got her flowers. And I have a whole video on it, but she was like, why are you giving me flowers? And I showed her the tattoo, and she was like, she was so pissed off. It was funny because I was just like, there's nothing you can do about it now. And I had hid it from her for like 3 days, just wearing long sleeves around the house. Long sleeves and jackets. And I had actually showed my grandmother the minute after I got it. And she was just like, don't show your mom. Don't show your mom until it's healed. And I was just like, I won't. And I tried not to because I didn't want her fussing at me. But it was hot up in the house, and girl wearing long sleeves. I just had to show her. So, but now, I mean, it's whatever. She can't do anything about it. So, where I graduated, I live in Mississippi. I graduated from Pearl High School. Yeah. It's a really good school. It's a really good school. I was very dramatic in school. I was kind of known as the girl not to mess with. Or like if you mess with her, you know you're gonna hear lip back. I was never one of those girls to really be pushed around. Because, girl, you're not gonna push me around and then not hear nothing, like not hear my mouth. I would get into so much drama with friends, like online. It would be like public drama. And looking back on it, you know, everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer of that. Everything happens for a reason. But looking back on it, girl, that was cringy and unnecessary and such a waste of time. And in the end, I still was friends with half the people I beef with. Like, that changed nothing. Like, we hashed it out, we're cool. And like, it's like the beef didn't even happen. I went to Alabama State University for my freshman year. I am a sophomore in college coming up, but I went to Alabama State University for my freshman year. I've always wanted to move out state as soon as I graduated. I remember, no joke, this is just how headstrong and like determined I am. I remember in the 6th grade, me counting the years for me to graduate, for me to be able to move, because childhood was always so chaotic and I always wanted to get away. I always said, I hate the state of Mississippi. I can't wait to leave. Like, I finally get to escape everything, you know. And I left. And although I did like, I guess, the freedom that came along with it, and the people I met, I didn't like the school. The school is just not for me. The place was not for me. Alabama State University is in Montgomery. It wasn't for me. I didn't have any way of getting around. And my first semester, I was very miserable. At the time, I didn't like my living condition, and I had no friends, and I would call and cry to my grandmother every day, sometimes like twice a day, because I was just so lonely, and I didn't realize how lonely I was going to be when I left. And when I left, I was just like, wow, this is it. Like, I'm really by myself. Like, I wanted peace and quiet. I grew up in a very big family, so my thing was, I can't wait to leave so I can finally get peace and quiet. But I left, and I was just like, ooh, girl, it's a little too quiet. I'm not used to this. And yeah, I was just very miserable and very, very homesick my first semester. But around my second semester, I started making friends, and I had a good friend group and people around me that was like, you know, that I can just go places with. And I made really good friends, and I loved them dearly. And yeah, and I remember first semester, I would talk to my cousin, or I would talk to my grandmother, or I would talk to my mom, and she was like, they would be like, you just need a solid friend group. That's what you need. And I'll be like, well, I need to hurry up and find them. Hold on, let me cut off the car. I'll be like, well, I need to hurry up and find them because I'm just so miserable here. And I have really bad anxiety when it comes to making new friends. Like, if I'm introduced to a new friend from a friend or by a friend, then that's cool. We can vibe, you know, whatever. But me going up to somebody and being like, hey there, we should be friends. Oh my God, give me your number, girl. Blah, blah. I don't do that. because I tend to just stay in my own lane. I tend to just mind my business. And that's why it was really, really hard for me to make friends. And I would text my friend group back home and they would tell me, you just need to get out. You just need to meet people. I know you're anxious about it, but that's the only way you're kind of going to be able to survive this. And they were right. And I would get jealous at my friends because I'm like, how are they making friends quicker than I am? Like, what am I doing wrong? Blah, blah, blah. But when I finally met that friend group, it was good. It was Gucci. It was like a good distraction. Even though I was still homesick, I would literally bring home up every day to them. And I know they got sick and tired of me talking about it, but I felt better. Just having a support group or having people to hang around can make a world of a difference when you feel so out of place. Having the right friend group can just, I don't know, it can make you feel like you're home. Like, it definitely made me feel more comfortable. But my major is political science. I want to be an attorney, criminal defense attorney. I've wanted to be an attorney for, I don't know how long, middle school. My reason, I just feel like I'm here to make a difference one way or another. Even if, in a couple years I'm not a lawyer or that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I just feel like I'm here for a reason. In some way I'm going to help people and, I'm going to make a difference. That's not one of my goals, is before I die, I want to make a difference in the world, make a big difference today. I want to leave a foot, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not like that. It's more just like, I want to help people feel loved. I want to protect people. I want, to help people any way I can. I think it's been a thunderstorm. Just help people any way I can. So that's why I kind of want to be a criminal defense attorney. My bad habits. I have a bad habit of lashing out on people when I'm frustrated or tired, when they don't deserve it or when they're not the cause of it. And I do realize that. And I do apologize. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm not trying to lash out on you. I just want to be left alone. I think another one of my bad habits is delusion. I want things to work so bad that I make it up in my head how I want it to be. And I overthink so much. And I get so anxious that I kind of self-sabotage it for myself. And I just don't really let myself be in the moment like I should be, or I'm so delusional and I make up scenarios in my head, and when they don't end up falling or don't end up going to plan, because it's reality and things don't go to plan, it hits me really hard because I expect everything to go my way, which it does. That's the most Leo thing I could say, but it does. But when it doesn't, I'm not happy about it, and I make everyone aware about how unhappy I am about it. So yeah, that's just a few. I'm sure I have more bad habits. You talk to my friend and they're just like, and it's just like, yeah, I know. My longest relationship, I remember my longest relationship is like 3 months. I'm really picky about the person I decide to pour my energy into. Also, I've never had a good example of a healthy relationship, of a loving relationship. So I get very scared. And again, I self-sabotage and kind of run because I am so scared. But yeah, my longest relationship was 3 months. It was a high school relationship. And I was talking to my friend and she was like, that doesn't really count because you're in a horrible mental space. Which, yeah, you're right. But it was senior year. It was my first relationship ever. And it was a high school relationship. And even though I tried to do my best to not make it like a stereotypical high school relationship where there was arguments and drama and blah, blah, blah. There was arguments and drama and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'm really, really, really picky about who I decide to date. And it's very rare for me to like someone. Like when I genuinely like you, girl, when I genuinely like you, you're just, I don't know, you're special because I don't like anyone. I don't like anyone. My friends know that. They're just like, oh, you like somebody? Like, I rarely have crushes. Now, I'm not talking about no, like, celeb crush. Like, I'm talking about people that I'm with, people that I'm around, people that I want to get to know. I hate talking to people, really. If I'm not already obsessed with you, and this sounds really but if I'm not already obsessed with you, by the time we start talking, you're boring me, I'm gonna get bored and I'm not gonna want to talk to you. And that sounds really bad, but that is just the way I am, at least right now. Like, if I'm not already like, oh, I can see us dating in the future and I really like him and blah, 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 and oh, why can't you just text me and do that? If I'm not like that before the talking stage, then I'm just not gonna like you. I kind of already need to be obsessed with you before our talking stage for me to continue to want to go on. And then in the talking stage, my goal is to get to being in a relationship. And if you don't want that, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. Then what am I doing this for? Why do you still want to be best buds after this? But I digress. Introvert or extrovert? Both. I'm both. Really just depends with the mood that I'm in and with the people that I'm hanging around, if I'm comfortable with you or not. A lot of times, like in school, I will not say anything. Like, I'm quiet in class. And people often think, oh, she's just quiet because she's shy, or she's quiet because, or people would think she's quiet, she's really smart. Like, no, there's just no reason for me to talk. I just have no reason. You're not asking me a question. You're also not saying anything interesting. There's no reason for me to talk, so I'm just going to stay quiet. Unless you're my friend. Now, if I'm in the friend group, I won't shut up. I will not shut up. I will talk and I don't care. Nobody will make me shut up because you signed this invisible contract as soon as we became friends to say you tolerate me and whatever I do / say. So you're stuck with me and my opinions. And honestly, that's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. You did. Where I want to live in the future, honestly, out the country. I live in the United States. This country is absolute garbage, trash, and yeah. My mom was coming. That was my mom. But I really want to live out the country. I do not like it here. I want to leave. This country, it has nothing for me. I would say I would like to travel around the states before I leave. Right? I don't even care about doing that. Like, okay, like I'd rather leave where the food doesn't have poison and there's racism everywhere we go, obviously. But I'd rather leave where there's not mass shootings every other week or every week. So, yeah. Out of the country, preferably Canada, just because it's closer. But also, I don't know. Canada, really, because it's closer and they speak English as well. I'm not really learning new languages. Not my thing right now. Maybe it will be in the future. Maybe I'll make the effort. But right now, I'm not going to make the effort. So, moving to Canada is where I would prefer to go. Religion or spirituality. And I can really get deep into this, but I'll save that for a next video, I guess. But my mother grew up Catholic, and my dad grew up Jehovah's Witness. You see how there's a bump in the road with that one? Actually, not a bump. There's a pothole the size of Texas. Actually, if you don't know, Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't celebrate any kind of birthdays. They don't celebrate any type of holidays. Really, the only thing they're supposed to celebrate is like their marriage anniversary. It is very strict, and growing up, learning that, not gonna lie, it caused a lot of religious trauma, if I'm being honest. It caused a lot of religious trauma. So, I am not tied to a religion, really, because of that. Do you see the gnat swarming around? I'm so sorry. I'm not tied to religion because of that. I'm just more spiritual. Do I believe in God? Yes. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes. Do I believe in everything the Bible says? Not really, because I do believe that it is whitewashed. So I was thinking, because the next thing I was going to say was Jesus was black. And the fact that there's paintings and pictures of Jesus being white is just, it kills me. Jesus was brown. But, my sister is getting dropped off. It's just the best day ever for interruptions and distractions. But, yeah, I'm spiritual. I believe in my crystals, and I'm getting into new practice of spirituality, and I'm happier and more content with that. I'm gonna try to wait till she walks by to see if she's gonna question me. This is great. I love being interrupted when I literally do this at night, so I don't be interrupted, and then I still get interrupted. What she got? She got food and a floaty. Okay. What's my biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration, just knowing, and this might sound a little bleak or dark, but just knowing that we're all gonna die one day, and like nobody will probably remember me, so I just do what I want because I'm here. Like, that's my biggest inspiration. Like, whatever, YOLO. Like, for real. I'm like, you know what? One day I'm gonna die. One day we're all gonna die. Something's gonna happen, whatever. And nobody's gonna remember really anything that I did. Nobody even probably know my name. But, you know, I'll just do what I want now that I'm here. And then really, I think more people should go by that. Just do whatever you want. You're gonna die. You don't know when you're gonna die, but you are gonna die. So you might as well do everything you want to do while you're here and make the most of it. And then in another lifetime, you could do more or do what you feel like you missed out on or what you might regret that you want to do in the next life or whatever you believe in. So that's my biggest inspiration. Also, my mom and my grandmother. Those two women are my biggest inspiration. But the other thing too, you know, just do what you want. Don't be scared to wear bright colors or like dress a type of way because people might judge me. Okay, those people are gonna die too. Those people are gonna die too, and those people are thinking exactly what you're thinking, that the fear of being different or the fear of doing something because people judge them. Girl, please. I mean, I understand that because sometimes me too, but at the same time, it's just like, are they really gonna remember? Is somebody really gonna look back in their life 50 years later and be like, ew, I still can't believe that girl wore pink hair with a big dragon tattoo on her neck. I can't believe she walked around like that. No. And if they are, then you're sad and you had no life. And you wish you had that life. So, my favorite artist, Billie Eilish. Love her, boots down. Love her. I really listen to any type of music, but Billie Eilish and J. Cole, I listen to them. Billie Eilish, she really got me out of a dark place that I was in, and she made me feel like, oh, I'm not the only one, you know. One thing that kind of pushes me is to know that somebody else is going through it, and that if they can go through it and come out the other side, then I can go through it and come out the other side. What makes them so different from me? So, yeah, I'm kind of hurrying this along because my mom just texted me saying that my dinner is ready. So I'm kind of trying to, you know, quicken this. My favorite movie, Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog, Princess and the Frog, Princess and the Frog. I have a core memory of going to see her in the movie theaters. My mom taking me and my sisters. I had on a green shirt with her up on it. Love Princess and the Frog. That will forever be my favorite, I want to say, Disney movie. Recently, though, I just saw Spider-Man Miles into the Multiverse or whatever. Love. I think that's just gonna have to take the cake for me. That replaces Princess and the Frog. But it's okay, because they're both black movies. They're both great. They're both chef's kiss. So my favorite color, pink. Love me some pink. I remember when I was going through a phase where I didn't like pink. I was like, oh, I like blue, I like red, I like purple, blah, blah, blah. And those colors are cool too. And I still want to say those are my favorite colors. But me maturing, it sounds so dumb, but me maturing makes me realize that pink is just my color. And I just feel like that's like my aura. Like, that's my presence. Like, when you see, you can't, like, it's pink. Like, pink is like, I'm here. There's no getting rid of me. And that's exactly how I feel. I'm here. There's no getting rid of me. And places I would like to travel to, again, out the country. Bali seems nice. Also, Mexico. Look at me trying to be different. Mexico. I was trying to be different and authentic and say it right, but I sound stupid. Mexico would be cool. I'm gonna say this. But Greece would be nice. Italy would be nice. They're gorgeous places. And yeah. I don't really have any desire to go to like New York. Like if I went to New York, cool. But do I want to be like, or am I like, ooh, I'm gonna save up money one day, I'm gonna go to New York? No. Or ooh, I'm gonna save up money one day and go to LA? No. No. Because the reality is there's a lot of homelessness, which is sad. There's a lot of trash and garbage, which is, girl, no. So yeah, anywhere out the country is good. But that's all for now. I still didn't cover like enough. Well, I feel like I didn't cover enough basic things, but I feel like I've been talking for too long, and also I am hungry, and if my mom texts me one more time, then she will come outside and just drag me out the car. So that is all for now, and yeah, I can really get used to this, and I hope whoever watches this, just give me grace. Give me grace, child, because I know this is cringy, and like people who know me are probably like, not you trying to be a YouTuber. Not really. I just want a little cute digital footprint. Nobody even has to watch this, and I'll be Gucci. I keep on looking over there because there's a bug on my window. It looks like a beetle. But that's my sign to go. So good night.